If you want to see more videos and interviews like this from influential people in tech, finance, and sports, subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit the bell to be alerted. And go a step further and join the YouTube and membership area for early releases of videos like this. I'm out of here. Ha! I'm very disappointed in this country, and I think I hit rock bottom with this one here, Anessa. The Trump. Well, this is actually something else I didn't even know about until today. I didn't realize about this, but
Scroll slowly. What's it say?
Yeah, so evidently Trump's got another trial for defamation and sexual battery, which was from a lady who came forward while he was president and said that he raped her in the mid-1990s.
Well, you know what? The statute of limitations is passed. I don't want to hear about it then.
But the thing is, the statute of limitations is passed on the indictment from Braggs, right?
Yeah, this is corruption.
But how does this go through?
This is corruption. And here's what I've been seeing. And I got to tell you, man, like I went for my walk today. Like I'm having a really crappy emotional day, honest to God, because like I'm discouraged.
Yeah. I feel you.
Discouragement just kind of like hit me today. And you know what? I didn't even like watch the news or TikTok or anything this morning. And I thought I'm going to get out there. I'm going to do the walk. You know, I've got to be healthy. I got to be strong. And I was just like, but why? Everything's going to hell in a handbasket. There's this elite class and they're just doing whatever they want and nothing ever happens to them. There is a lack of accountability. And so we are seeing a boldness. These people have become emboldened and there is a huge lack of accountability. And so for all the MAGA fans out there, Trump's campaign was, I'm going to drain the swamp. But I didn't see him drain a thing for the entire time that he was in office. You know, my mother, she's one of those people who's like, Trump is the savior. She's like total extremist. And, you know, I was just like, all right, Mom. So the swamp wasn't drained. There was zero accountability the entire time that he was in there. So, and then, you know, her excuse is, they wouldn't let him. And I'm like, what do you mean they wouldn't let him? He couldn't do it.
You know what he did, right?
What'd he do?
He angered the swamp. That's what he did.
It's like a freaking hornet.
He grew the swamp higher and more prevalent. I mean,
but it's maniacal laughter because I'm so upset.
Yeah.
I'm so upset. And Americans are homeless, and Americans are hungry, and Americans are addicted. And then I learned that this whole thing with the opioid crisis is apparently payback from China. And I'm like, payback?
Yeah, I heard that theory.
You hear that too?
Yeah.
I'm like, what'd we do? You know, whatever it is, I believe it. Because I'm seeing did you see yesterday the news came out that we're sending special forces to Ukraine?
No. So that's a full-on war then, right?
Yeah, that's it. It's over. We're in war with Russia. And of course, we've picked the fight with China over Taiwan. So now we're, pretty much at war with China. And then, what was it? Some dumbass in Congress, you have to forgive my French, right? I'm really upset today. Was saying something about how we need to bomb Mexico.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that happened like a week ago.
I'm just seeing the demise of America, United States of America. I think it's over, Anessa. I really do.
I'm looking at where to move. Like, I'm not kidding. This morning, while, after my little exercise and, I was getting ready and doing the makeup and things like that, I had on the Nomad Capitalist. Have you heard of that guy? The Nomad Capitalist on YouTube?
Yes. Yeah.
I was like, all right, who am I?
He has a whole rundown on how to get another passport and all that stuff. Yes. Oh, of course. CB is on it.
Yeah, right. So, I opened my YouTube app and I'm like, all right, what am I going to listen to today to distract myself from the nightmare?
Yeah.
So, and I saw Why I Live Overseas. And then it's in big red and white letters, Why I Left, right? And I saw his face. And I'm like, yeah, I want to hear why you left.
Yeah.
And I listened to it and I was like,
yeah, he left a few years ago. If you're talking about the actual guy, he left many years ago. Yeah. Coolio, famous rapper, comes to find out. Yeah, he's gone, but the toxicology came back and he died from fentanyl. So it was an accidental death. Not saying that, I don't think he should be doing heroin and whatever anyhow. That's not cool. But heroin and methamphetamines, but it had fentanyl in it, and that's what he died from. So they're killing us left and right. It's out of control. It's out of control. Let me ask you this, though, before we move into the crypto, heavy. What does this indictment mean? Is it going to have any legs, this Trump indictment? Or is it dead on arrival?
I hesitated, right? Because I was going to say to you, I don't see how it can have legs, right? Because of the statute of limitations. But then I had to pause and be like, unless somebody like Alvin Bragg's going to bring it, and he doesn't give a flying flat rat about the law. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing this in multiple cities throughout America, where we get this Soros-funded district attorneys that say, who's going to stop me? Who is going to stop me? And then, of course, right, there was a congressional investigation into Alvin Bragg, and I can't remember the congressperson that started.
Oh, yeah. I've actually got that up now. So it's a standoff between Jim Jordan. So Jim Jordan, and I was going to ask you, I actually had this up, so crazy you brought this up, because I was going to ask you, what does this mean? I'm not a lawyer. I don't understand what's going on. How is Bragg suing Jim Jordan? What the hell is going on?
So you got to remember that in this country, you can indict a ham sandwich. The level of proof that you have to bring criminal charges is practically nothing. So it's actually called probable cause, right? So we've got this legal phrase that to bring criminal charges or to bring an indictment against someone, you need to have probable cause. And the definition of probable cause is something more than a scintilla, right? That's actually case law, that either a crime has been committed, is being committed, or is about to be committed imminently. So just more than a scintilla. What's a scintilla? Like a grain of sand. A grain of sand.
Okay. In Trump's situation, Anessa, it's on something that has or had happened, but the had happened is outside the statute.
It's outside the statute of limitations, and it wasn't a crime. And people are like, because you know what? I posted this on TikTok, and then I got all of these comments back about, well, he was indicted, so obviously he did something wrong. And that's what
they want you. That's what they want the sheeple to think.
Exactly. And that goes right back to your whole, there's too many black men in jail, to which I completely agree, right? Yeah. And again, it's because people don't understand that we're talking about something more than a grain of sand to go ahead and bring criminal charges against somebody, right? To sustain a criminal case against somebody. And when it comes to the statute of limitations, that's already passed. So Alvin Bragg is he is arguing that the statute of limitations was told, which is a fancy word for stopped, right? And that the clock didn't keep ticking to run out the statute of limitations. He's bringing an argument about that, which I think is a BS argument. And then, right, when you take a look at having that, what is the probable cause here? Because everybody is saying, Alvin, this is pointless anyway because you can't prove it. And he says, I don't care. So this is a miscarriage of justice. Obviously, you and I are not gigantic Trump fans, but that's not what this is about. This is about justice, because let me tell you, folks, if they can do this against a former sitting president, nobody's going to bat an eyelash to do it to you. And
exactly.
That's what freaks me out.
That's what I felt.
It's the death of the rule of law. It's the death of justice. Black men, white women, green and purple polka dotted, everybody needs to be freaking out everywhere, because if you piss off the wrong person, your ass is grass.
So I am a Trump fan, but I'm not like a MAGA diehard, right? Yeah. I don't think, I'm not like your mom. I'm not like your mom, like Trump is Jesus 2.0. Nah, he ain't come to save us, Mom. Sorry, Mama Santos. It ain't happening. It's not happening, but.
And this is what really freaks me out about this, because they under the law, they can't sustain this. But Alvin Bragg says, I don't care about the law. Where does he get off? Where does he get off being so arrogant? He's backed by Soros. Right. How is it that we have permitted all of these foreign interests to come and invest in our elections, invest in our infrastructure, invest in our justice system. This is a violation of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. It is. This is a violation of federal law, and there needs to be a warrant for the arrest of George Soros and every other foreigner who is bribing U.S. officials.